Chapter 6 Paint Tools in GIMP. Hi Sam, I'm learning GIMP. Can you help me in painting a drawing I have created? Yes, there are a large variety of painting tools in GIMP which can be used to paint our drawings beautifully. Is that so? Yes, let us learn about the tools in detail in the chapter. Tech Goals. Learn how to use paint tools in GIMP. Learn to use filters in GIMP. There are many paint tools available in GIMP that are used to draw, paint, and modify an image. Some of the paint tools are explained below. The Bucket Fill Tool. This tool is used to fill a selection with the current foreground color. Depending on the settings of the Bucket Fill Tool options, it will either fill the entire selection or only those parts having colors similar to the point that you click on. The steps to fill a selection with the foreground or background color are given below. Step 1. Create a new file in GIMP by selecting the File, New option. Select a small image size. A white canvas area which appear in the main dock window in GIMP. Step 2. Select the Bucket Fill tool from the paint tools available in the Tools menu and position the cursor on the white area. Step 3. Click the white canvas. It gets filled with the foreground color. The steps to fill a color in a particular area are given below. Step 1. Select the area using a suitable selection tool. Step 2. Select the color to be filled. Step 3. Then select the Bucket Fill tool. Click inside the selected area to fill that area with the required color. The Gradient tool. A gradient is a set of colors arranged in a linear order. The Gradient tool allows filling a gradient mixed of two colors in an area. By default, the gradient starts from foreground to background color. The steps to use the Gradient tool are given below. Step 1. Select the foreground and background colors for the gradient and then click the Gradient option from the paint tools. Click at one end of the canvas and drag along the direction in which you want the blend. Step 3. Release the mouse button. The canvas gets filled with a blend of colors from the starting point to the ending point. The Paintbrush tool. The Paintbrush tool allows you to paint using fuzzy brush strokes. All strokes are rendered using the currently selected brush type. You can choose the size of the brush, the type of brush stroke, and many other options from the tool options. The steps to use the Paintbrush tools are given below. Step 1. Select the Paintbrush option from the paint tools. You can select the Paintbrush properties from the tools options on the left side. Step 2. Click and draw using the paintbrush on the canvas. The Pencil tool. The Pencil tool is used to draw freehand lines having hard edges. It is similar to the Paintbrush tool. The difference between the two is that though both tools use the same brush types, the Pencil tool does not produce fuzzy edges even with a very fuzzy brush. The steps to use the Pencil tool are as follows. Step 1. Select the Pencil option from the paint tools. You can select the pencil properties from the tools options on the left side. The Eraser tool. The Eraser tool is used to remove areas of color from an image or the selected part of an image. The steps to use the eraser tool are as follows. Step 1. Select the eraser tool. Step 2. Set the properties of the eraser in the tool options as required. Step 3. Drag on the parts which have to be erased. The Airbrush tool. The Airbrush tool acts as a traditional airbrush. It is suitable for painting soft areas of color. It can be used to remove some imperfections in a picture by painting over that area with a color of the adjacent area. The steps to use the Airbrush tool are given below. Step 1. Select the Airbrush tool from the paint tools. Step 2. Then select the color by clicking on the foreground color. Step 3. Set options such as brush type, size, and rate in the Airbrush tool options. Step 4. Click to apply color at one spot or drag to apply as a brush stroke. The ink tool. The ink tool is similar to a calligraphic ink pen that has a controllable nib for painting solid brush strokes. The nib size, shape, and angle can be changed to produce different stroke styles. The steps to use the ink tool are given below. Step 1. Select the ink tool from the paint tools. Step 2. Select the type of the nib from the ink tool options. Step 3. Set the size, shape, and angle of the nib. Step 4. Drag on the canvas to draw. The clone tool. The clone tool. The clone tool reproduces the selected parts in an image. It copies the selected parts of an image which can then be pasted in any other part of the image. It has many uses. One of the main uses is to repair problem areas in digital photos. This is done by painting over these areas with pixel data from other areas. The steps to use the clone tool are given below. Step 1. Select the clone tool from the paint tools and press the Ctrl key to start the selection. Step 2. Now, drag the cursor over the portions in the image that you want to clone. Keep the Ctrl key pressed until the selection is over. Step 3. Now, leave the Ctrl key. Click the left mouse button and drag the empty place where you want to reproduce the parts of the image selected. A pointer crosshair arises on the original portion of the image which you had selected, and this pointer will also move when you move the mouse. When you click and drag the mouse pointer, the same part of the image will be cloned at the place where you are moving the pointer. The heel tool. The heel tool is similar to the clone tool. However, it is smarter in removing smaller defects in images. It can be easily used to remove wrinkles, pimples, or spots in paragraphs. To do this, the area around the destination is taken into consideration before cloning is applied instead of just copying pixels from source to destination. The steps to use the heel tool are given below. Step 1. Select the heel tool and select a brush size with a suitable size adapted to the defect. Step 2. Then click on the area that you want to reproduce with the Ctrl key pressed. Step 3. Release the Ctrl key, then drag the copied sample to the defect and click. If it is a minor defect, it will be corrected in one click, else you may have to click repeatedly till it is corrected. The blur or sharpen tool. In large images or shaky photos can look dull and blurry. The sharpen tool can help make images look more sharper and polished. Blurring can be useful if some element of your image stands out too much and you would like to soften it. Blurring the background of an image can draw attention to a person or object in the foreground of the paragraph. Pressing the Control key while using the blur or sharpen tool toggles between blur and sharpen. The steps to use the blur or sharpen tool are as follows. Step 1. Select the blur or sharpen tool. Step 2. Change the tool option settings as required. Step 3. Keeping the left mouse button pressed, drag the pointer over the required parts of the image repeatedly. The parts of the image on which you drag the tool will get blurred or dim. The Smudge tool. The Smudge tool is used to smudge colors on a selection. It takes the first color and uses it to mix with the next color it meets while dragging. This tool pushes the pixels in the same way an artist would smudge paint around on an actual canvas. The steps to use the Smudge tool are given below. Step 1. Select the Smudge tool and increase the rate smudge options to 80 or 90. Step 2. Place the cursor over the area to be affected. Hold down the left mouse button and drag. The Dodge or Burn tool. The Dodge or Burn tool is used to lighten or darken the colors of an image. The Dodge tool is used to make the colors lighter, while the Burn tool is used to make the colors darker. More to know. Pressing the Control key while using this tool toggles between Dodge and Burn. The steps to use the Dodge or Burn tool are given below. Step 1. Select the Dodge or Burn tool and change the tool option settings as required. Step 2. Then, with the left mouse button pressed, drag the mouse over the required parts of the image. The parts of the images on which you drag the tool will turn darker or lighter as you drag the tool again and again. Using filters. A filter is a tool that applies some special effects on an image. You can use filters in GIMP to apply a variety of effects to your image. For example, there are filters such as emboss and engrave that distort an image. There are filters that turn a basic drawing into an artistic sketch such as soft glow and water pixels. Applying filters. Step 1. Draw or add an image in GIMP. Step 2. Click any of the filter options from the Filters menu and select a filter of your choice. A dialog box appears that enables you to change the settings for the selected filter. Modify the settings and observe the output. Text summary. The Bucket Fill tool is used to fill a selection with the current foreground color. A gradient is a set of colors arranged in a linear order. The Gradient tool allows filling a gradient mix of two colors in an area. The Paintbrush tool allows you to paint using fuzzy brush strokes. The Pencil tool is used to draw freehand lines having hard edges. The Eraser is used to remove areas of color an image or from the selected part of an image. The Airbrush tool is used to remove some imperfections in a picture by painting over that area with a color of the adjacent area. The Clone tool reproduces the selected parts in an image. The Heal tool is similar to the Clone tool. However, it is smarter in removing smaller defects in images. The Sharpen tool is used to make images look sharper and more polished. The smudge tool is used to smudge colors on a selection.